All right, guys, so let's talk about this. I saw this pop up on the old feed the other day. What's going on here from Patriot Takes? And you can see, so it's Trump standing outside of Air Force One. Let's go ahead and zoom in and see what we're dealing with. Look at this portion. You see this thing right here? On his right of his body, our left looking at the screen, there's like, it could be something in his pocket for sure. It's like above the pocket on the ground. There could be an internal coat pocket there, right? But you see this thing, you see how it's shaped right here. I'll get you a closer look. Yeah, here it is up close. It looks like sort of rectangular shaped, right? And it's sitting in this very specific region. Another close up. So people are looking at that and they're going, well, what the hell's going on, right? Like, what is this? And then somebody posted this. Is Trump wearing an LVAD, LVAD, for his heart condition? Reason for the Walter Reed visit? And so you can see this device here. Now, I must admit, I have never heard of this. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be an expert one way or the other. But this shows what an LVAD is. You got the rectangular thing that's right here, and external power sources, and it connects directly to the heart. And it says the following: left ventricle assist device. That's what an LVAD is. A left ventricle assist device is placed in the chest. It helps pump blood from the lower left heart chamber, called the left ventricle, to the rest of the body. A controller unit and battery pack are worn outside the body. They connect to the LVAD through a small opening in the skin. Is that what, I mean, is it possible? I guess. It absolutely is possible. But here's what we know for sure. They're fucking hiding something. We know for sure they're hiding something. Because Trump said, when he had bruises on his hand, he said, oh, that's because I was shaking a lot of hands. And it was from repeated use. Well, I don't know about you guys. I've shaken plenty of hands in my life, sometimes in a very short time frame. I never got fucking bruises on my hand from that, okay? And even old people, doesn't happen, right? They get bruises on their hand, but not from that, right? Let's not kid ourselves. So come to find out, of course, he was getting IVs. It was around the same time every month he would have it, and it was originally on one hand, then it went to the other hand too. Then he would try to cover it up with a terrible shade of makeup that was not even close to the color of his skin, right? And it was very clear. Oh, he's getting an IV of something. We don't know what it is, but he's getting an IV of something. Then there were concerns about mini strokes and his face looking like he had a stroke when he was sitting there falling asleep at some public event. Then he was gone for 6 days out of nowhere, right? Out of nowhere. He was gone for 6 days and he came back looking like fucking shit, looking like total shit. And so they have a lot of questions that they have to answer. They absolutely do. And as I've said to you guys many times, it is very rare you see an overweight 80-year-old. They're usually dead and gone by then. Trump is 80 and he's overweight. A lot overweight, actually. And so he's dealing with some shit. We don't know exactly what it is. We don't know if it is mini strokes. We don't know if it's some other serious heart condition. We don't know the health scares that he has had recently. But there's something going on that they're refusing to tell us. And people should be demanding answers, especially because, you know, his decline seems to go hand in hand with mental decline as well. Like, lie inflation is normal for Trump, but not to the extent he's been doing it recently, right? I stopped 8 wars. I brought in $20 trillion when he literally didn't even bring in $1 trillion in investment. Like, we're losing fucking manufacturing jobs and factories on a daily basis, and he's pretending like everything's great. Saying, oh no, grocery prices have gone down. No, they haven't. They've fucking gone up. Everybody knows that. It's one thing every now and then for a politician to lie. They all seem to lie, but like every sentence out of his mouth is a fucking lie. And they get more and more absurd. And so you have the cognitive decline, you have the physical decline. I don't know, man. There is some shit that they're not telling us. And we've done a number of segments on his health, but, you know, the reason we're talking about it, the reason we speculate about it is because we know they're not telling us the truth. And so if they're not going to tell us the truth, we have every right as Americans to say, okay, well, now we're going to speculate, bitch. We're going to speculate until you tell us. And by the way, even if they were to tell us, I'm sure they would soften the shit out of it. It's like with the cankles, right? The only reason they admitted, people forget this, the only reason they fucking admitted that the cankles were a serious issue, I forget, chronic venous insufficiency is what they called it. The only reason is because we saw it. It was a picture. It was very clear. It was like double the size of what they should have fucking looked like, right? And that's what happens when you have very, very poor circulation. As you get older, he's got very poor circulation because he's really fat and he's 80. And your body's not pumping blood as well as it used to, right? And so that's the only reason they admit they would have hidden that too. They would have hidden that too. And they go, oh, no, it's no big deal. Okay, it could also be a sign of, you know, late stage heart disease as well. So you say it's not a big deal, but Occam's razor says maybe that is what's happening, right? So I don't know. The LVAD would kind of fit into the story, but we'll see. But it is not, the big guy is not, he's not looking well. Funny enough, one of the only things that might save American democracy at the last fucking minute would be his health. I mean, it really is true, right? It's totally true. But that's where we are, y'all. All right, guys. Thanks, as always, for watching. You guys know the drill. Everybody, please do me a big favor and subscribe to the channel. That helps out massively and costs you nothing at all. Also, share the video around, bro. Share the videos around. I certainly enjoy that. Post them on social media. Share them with your friends or whatever the fuck. You can support the show on Patreon. That link is below. $2 a month or $5 a month goes a very long way because never talked to an advertiser, never done an ad read. This is grassroots media. You guys fund the show, and we have the default ads on YouTube, and that's it. I'm very proud of that model. You know, I've never talked to a billionaire or anything like that. Again, you guys made that possible, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. You can also support Crystal Kyle and Friends on Substack. That link is below. And go subscribe to Corn's World, the YouTube channel where we do live Kyle and Corn episodes. All right, guys. I love you all, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Peace. Hey, y'all. Do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.